welcome to Parrita. I'm starting here on the north side. Reason being, the town is expanding, so we have a brand new gas station that's just been built behind me, and they'll be opening probably within a few weeks. We have this store, Colino, which is like agriculture stuff, horse food, dog food, products for farming, gardening, all that type of stuff. They are actually building a new location about a kilometer down that way, so the town is expanding significantly. If you're ever near in Parrita or in the area and you need good bedding stuff, Dorma Centro Parrita has all that stuff. And now I'm going to start walking towards more of the central downtown. I will pass one restaurant on my left, and then I'm actually going to clip out because another 100 meters there's a little bit of a gap of undeveloped area, and then we get into the downtown, old school downtown here in Parrita that is now expanding up this way north towards the Jaco area. And so here's that little restaurant at the edge of town. The downtown, I should say, we have dozens of restaurants spread out throughout the Costa Rica, up towards Jaco and down towards Capos. But I'm just going to show you the central, or what we call Parrita central area. And it's a Saturday, so you're going to see a bit more traffic and people in town than on a weekday. And it's also, you know, end of kind of 3/4 of the way through winter rainy season. So we got a little food stand, car decoration place, car supply. I'm going to get my friend here, Mamones. So we got street side stands, another restaurant here. And I'll just get both sides going now north to south. So if you're ever in Parrita, we have a bus station right next to our brand new Mega Super that was just built and opened a couple of months ago. So really, really nice grocery store. On a hot day, they keep the thing very air conditioned, so it's nice to jump in there. You got all the side streets with things. There's a main bank, Banco Nacional, across from Mega Super. And we'll click back in. So continuing past the Mega Super, on the other side of the street you'll see a couple small restaurants. Polly is another grocery store, a little fruit stand and bus stop going the other way. This is called the United States American dollar, Euro dollar. It's a little clothing store. We've got like Parritas here. We have a national chicken chain, Hollandia, which is very popular among the locals. Small hotel here. And then another supermarket coming up called Super Dragon, which is a kind of Chinese-owned super brand. You see these a lot in the towns. Buenas. We also have Musmani, Panaderia, a bakery here, pizza place, ice cream, across the street from the Super Dragon is what they call Tienda Sinai. It's a clothing store. From what I've noticed, mostly for females and children, but in a gender-free world, you can wear whatever the hell you want. So if you're in Parrita, you like clothes, you can step in there. Next to the Super Dragon is a little small food stand again. And this is just a little general store, what we would call in the United States tchotchkes, little things, cheap things. Another bank right here that I'm passing on my right-hand side. Actually a private home next to Issei, where you go for electricity and phones. A little veterinarian, animal supply store, domestic animal I should say, not farm animal, because we have those too. This is another kind of everything store, tchotchke store, anything you need. Buenas. So everything from masks to bags, party stuff, clothes. Buenas. Ferreteria here, which is a hardware store. This is my go-to, my favorite one. And then you've got another clothing store, Jose Paulo. And mostly just on the main street there's stuff, not too much down this way, but you do get a block or two, sometimes 3 blocks of businesses developing there. Going towards the center of Parrita, where there's a big church and a town park. This is Hivis, which is like an electronics store, motorcycle store, TV store. They sell everything. Artelect, very similar. All these stores kind of have furniture and they have everything you might need for your house. We got a shoe store, one of the pharmacies. Up top there is a bunch of electronic stuff. There's a supply store for like plastic containers and things like that. Here's one of our fruterias here. You see it goes in. You got fruits, vegetables, mangosteen, my favorite, another clothing store. We have these little mini casinos, buenas. Little casinos in town, another clothing store, another fruit stand right away. You got all the good stuff. Buenas.
Buena fruta, buena verdura, pase adelante. La mejor verdura de Parrita, verdurería Chileno.
You heard them. The best in Parrita. Another clothing stores. This is a hotel and restaurant and bar. Hotel Wilson, and then there's a shoe store, a Nicaraguan shoe store there. Barbers and haircutting place, another little gambling place, a gaming place. This is a little gambling store. Across the street, another clothing store. Paca Loca has like everything. It's kind of what you would call like a resale store. Almost like a thrift shop mixed with a Walmart is all I can explain. They do like 2-for-1 sales, and they have everything from, you know, bikes to electronics, kitchenware, fishing gear, tons of clothes and shoes, pretty much everything you could think of. This Variedades de Amigos, you can see, you know, they have a lot of things, makeup and stuff, and they have a lot of things for the house, like glasses and bowls. Mange is a very nationally famous store for, as you can see, everything. This is my friend from Vasconia, an amigo. So yeah, these stores kind of have everything. They're like, I don't know, Walmarts mixed with Best Buys mixed with Home Depots, kind of all in one. And we have a bunch of them. So there's Mange, there's Hivis, there's Goyo, there's, what was the other one I passed? Arctelec. So we got a bunch of these in Parrita. We've got a lot of pharmacies. You see one right there. There's probably, if I were to guess, 5 or 6 pharmacies, and they all have doctors in them. Lots and lots of butcher shops. Everybody in Parrita loves eating meat and drinking liquor. My favorite store, library and bazaar stores down there. There's an ice cream shop here now, which you got. The Correo, which is the mail station, a motorcycle sales spot. They just redid the restaurant here, and another butcher shop coming up, another liquor store across the street. Parritico store, if you guys like good clothes, kind of Hako style, surfer style, skater style, they got really good stuff in the Parritico store. It's a little more gringo price than Tico price compared to everything else in Parrita. Parrita typically is about 50% less expensive than anything you'll find in Hako, Uvita, Capos, Manu Antonio. So a lot of people and friends I know from those areas actually come to Parrita to shop, not even just for clothing and food and stuff, but for electronics, for hardware at the hardware store. Everything here is between 25 and 50% cheaper than all of the other densely populated tourist areas and expat areas. So a benefit to shopping in this town. Another butcher shop here, another pharmacy across the street. I'm just gonna keep swinging the camera. Another pizza, really good. I was there the other day, first time. Liquor store. There's a cell phone store with some good toys. So if you like any, you know, Pokemon or Super Mario stuff, or also, you know, good prices for cell phones. Alex, can't see the sign, Cellularis. Alex is a good spot. Another little bar, nightclub, ice cream and pastry here. It's a little bakery, another pizza spot. Bank of Costa Rica. So we've got several banks here. Buenos. And the last store that's like one of those all shops, you get your cell phones, your furniture, pretty much anything for your house, is this guy here. This is Goyo, G-O-L-L-O. This is a favorite. Actually, a lot of my female friends from Hako come down to Parrita to shop in that store specifically because they carry all the name brands: Nautica, Hollister, Tommy Hilfiger, Aeropostale, Levi's, Old Navy, Nike, American Eagle, Lacoste, and more. They literally carry everything there, and I've been in there, and everything's like $1 or $2, so very inexpensive. ¿Cómo estás? Zapaterias, so these are cool. These are kind of like little family-owned shoe stores. So they don't do like Foot Lockers and stuff unless you're in the big city. So they have all these family-owned shoe stores and spots, and they'll actually custom make shoes for you, which is really cool. Buenas. This is my favorite little restaurant here, Chocita. You guys have seen it in lots of videos I've recorded. So it's my favorite. This is cool. Guys set up on the corner with fruits, but also with soccer jerseys and stuff. So little kind of pop-up shops happen all the time. This is my favorite fruit stand to buy from, because it's right by my favorite restaurant and the bus station, so it's easy, but they also have good prices, good stuff. So you see different fruits and vegetables depending on the season. Got some dragon fruits, good oranges, bananas, lots of good stuff here. So now we're at the bus station on the south side of town. We've got a big gas station here that's already existed, and a little shopping plaza. The Mega Super that I showed you, the new one, used to be here, and they're putting in a new business here soon. What you can see is we've got another butcher shop. This is another veterinarian. Also, you know, sells dog food, dog supplies, a lot of seeds for plants to grow. And we have another panaderia, which is a bakery. This is a quite good bakery. I like grabbing stuff from there. And then coming around, you'll see the gas station again. And across the street, we have a store called Everything for 1,000 Colones, so un mil, which is about $1.30. And not that everything in there is that cheap, but it's pretty close. And another fried chicken place. We got the bus station. This is actually a great store, Macrobiotics, so it's like an all-natural homeopathic place. Barbershop around there is just an attorney. Ceviche, a little fruit stand, food stand for unhealthy snacks when you're at the bus station. And then you'll see the all for 1,000, 1 mil. The bus stations here, butcher shop, barber shop, new pizza shop, restaurant. And I'll come through, this is like the little walkthrough. There's a few small little restaurants in here. Another kind of macrobiotic store. We'll see, a little restaurant. The macrobiotic store, so all your good healthy natural medicines. A little party store, balloons and party supplies. Buenas. And two more small little food stands. Oop, and I don't want to miss this. Over here, if you need keys made, keys copied, or any locks, they are really good here. This is your town locksmith, really, really good. Another good kind of food supply, animal food supply store. All in this complex here. I'm actually gonna walk out past the restaurant so you can see the next restaurant. I'm gonna continue to the south side of town because we do have a giant bridge that goes over the Parrita River. And then after that, there are a few restaurants. So I'll just kind of walk up towards the bridge, walk over the bridge on my own, or fast forward a video through that, and then show you what's on the other side of the bridge, south side of Parrita. So you guys know all the options when you're driving through Parrita. You know exactly what's here. There's the other restaurant, really good as well. So if you can see that name, flip backwards. Buenas. Another fruit stand. I don't know how many that makes. I think we have 5 or 6 at least in town. Another pharmacy. So lots of pharmacies. Another fruit stand. You see that there? Pizza place, chicken place, fruit stand. Really good restaurant, Soda El Tucan. Sorry, Costa Rica highways. Okay, so I really love Tucan. If you guys are in the area and you're coming either north from, you know, the southern zone, or you're heading down to the south zone from Jaco or anything, I definitely recommend stopping at Soda El Tucan right by the bridge. Now that I'm getting on this really long bridge, I'm gonna sign off. Now I'll pick back up when I'm on the other side.
to the end of the bridge now, which is quite long, quite a big river as you saw. And down to our left, neighborhood restaurants, lovely trucks. And to the right, I think there's 2 or 3 restaurants, a tile place, and then a right turn to Palo Seco Beach.
So that's it today from downtown Parrita, guys. It's a Tico town, so I'll just show you the roundabout. Behind me, we've got a couple restaurants there. On this side, there's a couple restaurants, and then the community tucked back in there. And then down that way, to the right, where that guy just came out on the bike, is Palo Seco, about, I don't know how many, maybe 10 kilometers from here. Down a dirt road, basically, which you've seen the drive done before with me, is Palo Seco Beach, which is beautiful, private, pristine. You got the jungle coming right up to the beach there. And it's a special place. It's unique, and I hesitate because I predicted in a few years it's not going to exist anymore because of the ocean's rising and so on. I almost bought a house there, but that was my determining factor, was I wanted to be inland by the mountains in a safe, secure place. As this planet's going through its changes, you need to start thinking forward for that. So anyway, guys, this is downtown Parrita. I'm here by the river. We've got the cafe, the coffee-colored river, because all the beautiful mountains reshape themselves every rainstorm, and all of that dirt that's flowing down the mountains as they're reshaping comes down, finds its way to the ocean. And we've got cafe-colored rivers, coffee rivers here, which is kind of fun. You could swim in them, still very clean water. It's just got dirt particles, like actual dirt, tierra, earth particles in it. So anyway, this was Parrita. My next one is not exactly sure where it will be. Possibly Capos, possibly Jaco. I also would like to do Manuel Antonio and Playa Hermosa, but they're more beach communities, resort communities, so it's a little bit different. There's not a downtown. I'd like to get you guys all the Central Pacific downtown areas, and then some of the cooler areas where there are, you know, smaller communities that hang out and cultures that exist, these pocket cultures in subdivisions of these bigger cities. So you've seen a lot of the subdivision of Vasconia in Parrita. Now you've got a grasp of what downtown Parrita is and many of the businesses that are here. And that's the ultimate goal, is to, you know, kind of coordinate you guys, facilitate an understanding of what is in Parrita, rather than just kind of hearing rumors or seeing limited you know, things on the internet about the beaches and about the mountains, not actually knowing what's in the town itself. So now you guys know, when you want to come explore, if you want a tour guide, I'd be happy to show you around. There's a lot very close to the center downtown that's beautiful. We have waterfalls nearby, beaches, obviously the river, and there's lots of experiences that you can do in town. The park itself, the Central Park, is a beautiful place. It's got a fitness park built in. It's got a skate park built in, or a BMX park, inline park. It's got a stage for performing. It's got benches, shade. It's a beautiful spot. I like the Central Park in Parrita a lot. I spend a lot of time there, excuse me, when I'm downtown. It's a nice place to just chill, gather your thoughts, maybe have a snack, and talk to some local people. Whether they're homeless or rich, doesn't matter. We're all the same.